children. I'm not going to prolong the time, but I just want to share a little bit on breast cancer. I am Minister Monique Wilson, a member of Greater Cedar Spring Missionary Baptist Church in Plains, Georgia, where Pastor Ron Hooper is my pastor. I am also employed at Phoebe Putney Memorial Hospital, the Cancer Center. Been with Phoebe for 19 years, 6 years in the Cancer Center. And I just want to share a little bit of my story when it comes to breast cancer awareness. One of the greatest things that I live by and I read upon is these words. And the word says, I heard the voice of Jesus say, come unto me and rest. Lay down, thy weary one, lay down, thy head upon my breast. I came to Jesus as I was, so weary, worn, and sad. I found in him a resting place, and he has made me glad. There are times in a person's life where one can feel like life's trouble is like a heavy rainstorm, a storm that never lets up. You find yourself searching for a hiding place. I don't know about you, but I can contest that life throws many challenges our way. And sometimes it feels like we are in a never-ending battle with no shelter in sight. However, we have a couple of choices. But two choices I want to share is we could give up under pressure, or we could rise up, look up to the hills from which cometh our help.
All right.
Today, many women and men are facing battles. But one thing for certain, in our battles, whether it's juggling family, whether juggling a career, life expectations, trying to prove ourselves, staying above water and not allowing certain circumstances to get the best of us. The late Maya Angelou says, you may not control all the events that happens to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them.
My God.
She also wrote, still I rise. And this is my story. This is my testament. You may shoot me down with your words.
All right.
You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness. But still, like air, I rise. It was the end of June 2016. As my husband and I was returning back from New Jersey, my hometown, heading back here in Georgia, which is my hometown. I felt the love as we was passing through, as I was coming home. I like to do self-exams. I self-examine myself. I found the love, and my first impression was, either my body is trying to tell me something, or is it my mind trying to play tricks on me? So often, in fact, every year we are reminded in October that 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer. I was one in that 8. Then we hear that African American women are at the highest in other races to be diagnosed or die from cancer. Breast cancer, a word no one wants to hear. This being said to them, a call no one wants to receive. My call was July 26th as a confirmation at work at 10:30 a.m. Miss Wilson, it's breast cancer. An unsettling conversation an individual don't want to talk about nor discuss. I felt shame, I felt disappointment. It was a conversation that I not only had to share with my husband, my son, but with my other family members. It stops your world. Your mind begins to spin because so much is thrown at you from in person or that phone call, being told that you have breast cancer. Breast cancer, a devastating disease that attacks your body from the inside and out. Not only does it steal a woman's health, but it tries to steal our womanhood, all aspect of physical beauty that we have. Now, you know, women, we love to fix up. We know when we look in the mirror before we leave our house, our hair gotta be just right. Our makeup gotta be just right. We gotta step back because we gotta make sure the blazer and the dress looks just right.
All right.
But what about the woman that's being diagnosed with breast cancer? Not only does she being told that, but now she got to go through chemo. That chemo that takes away her hair. The chemo that takes away her eyebrows, her eyelashes. Either whether it was a lumpectomy, that's what I had. But then you have those that go through a mastectomy where both breasts are removed. Radiation, I had 33 treatments of it. Scars, I see every day. The ability to reproduce right after my surgery, right after all of my treatments. It was only 4 months after that I was told that I had to have a total hysterectomy. But one thing about this woman, I stand here today in my pink to reclaim femininity, not just for me, but for all women that's being diagnosed and that's going through on their journey called breast cancer. And not only do I wear the pink, but it shows their empowerment, in spite of. But like Maya Angelou says, but still like air, I rise. But still like air, I rise. I rise because I did something about it. I rise because I didn't just lay dormant in what I was told. I did something about it, meaning I took action about my health, because I realized us women and men, our health do matter. We could fix this up all day long. But what good is it if we don't take care of ourselves? What good is it if we don't get those mammograms? What good is it if we don't get those pap smears? Man, what good is it if we don't get that prostate exam? What good is it if we don't get the colonoscopy? What good is it if we taking care of the outer look, but not taking care of the inner look?
Come on now.
I approach my problem by not only taking action, but looking to the hills from which cometh my help. Because guess what? The statistic tells us breast cancer is the second leading cause of cancer death in women. The first one is lung cancer. The chance that a woman would die from breast cancer is 1 in 39. Statistics shows that 85% of women diagnosed with breast cancer has no family history of this disease. I am one in that 85% with no family history of breast cancer. This surprising statistics highlights that breast cancer can affect any woman at any age. I was 41 years old. But I am also the Georgia State leader with Young Survivor Coalition. And in that, I have been to numerous funerals when women, young women, dying with breast cancer. My youngest one was 27 years old. And guess what? She didn't even have family history. And guess what? She didn't get exams. She went about her life as she normally do. She ignored the signs. Women, men, we can't ignore the signs. When our bodies tell us something, we need to do something about it. If my husband was here today, he'll tell you, if I bump my toe, trust me, I'm calling my doctor. If I got a headache, trust me, I'm calling my doctor. If I get a little bee sting, I'm calling my doctor. Because you never know. Life expectancy, you never know. God is calling the road, but we never know. We never know the day, the time, or the the chance right now, don't allow you yourself to cause your death by ignoring the signs of your health. It is my dedication and my advocacy to raise my voice and be the voice to the young as well as to the older. To raise awareness. I could preach all day long, but what is it? And what good is it if I'm not taking care of myself? I could minister all day long, but what good is it to you if you watching me or you watching your pastor or the minister and we're not taking care of ourselves? A balanced diet, nutrition, moving negativity out your way. Come on. Being mindful of your circle. Come on.
All right.
Because your health do matter.
Yes, sir.
Being mindful of the stress and the anxiety, because your health do matter. Being mindful of that high blood pressure or that low blood pressure, that diabetes, because your health do matter. Being mindful of what we intake, inhale as well as exhale, because well, guess what? Our health do matter. I am so thankful for the chance at life again, because this is new life. Because old things are passed away, and behold, all things become what? Brand new. So being a voice, being in the community, being an advocate not only for myself, but those that who do not have a voice. For the past 3 years, I've been the chapter president of Sister Network, which is a survivorship organization out of Houston, Texas. We are the first chapter here that I have held 3 years as the president. And in those 3 years, I have lost 6 women. 3 years. And it was like 3 each year. From the age, again, 27, 31, 37, 40, 45, 43, 50, 60, it doesn't matter. Cancer does not discriminate. All the ribbons do matter, because cancer doesn't discriminate. It doesn't matter what color, race, gender, age you may be. It can happen to you. And I stand here to share my story and to tell my testament that I am a witness what early detection can do. Early detection, I stand as a guinea pig because I found the lump. And when I found that lump, I didn't just stand there. I did something about it.
All right.
I have a girlfriend who's not in our state anymore, but she is an oncologist doctor. But when she was working at Phoebe, when I found that lump, when I felt that, and I'm like, this is an unusual thing, and it shouldn't be happening to me. And coming back home, I called her up. One thing, she was mad at me. She went off on me because, for one, I called her 10 o'clock at night. And for another, she was 8 months pregnant. And to hear her fuss at me, number one, I'm calling her 10 o'clock at night, knowing that she got to go to work first thing in the morning. But calling a woman that's 8 months pregnant, grouchy, in her sleep. But I was trying to explain to her something going on. I was trying to explain to her that something don't feel right. And I'm so blessed and thank God that I felt that lump and I did something about it, because guess what? So many of us walking around here now, self-destructing ourselves. We're self-destructing ourselves. And I'm seeing too many of our African American men and women self-destructing ourselves. Why? Either I don't want to hear what the doctor has to say, that's why I don't go to the doctor. Or I don't have the insurance to go. It's enough, what we call it, these clinics around here with these sliding scales, Albany area. Come on, Phoebe. different areas. There's no excuse why we can't go to the doctor and get checked. And even if you do have family history, you have to be mindful of yourself. Don't think it can't happen to you, because guess what? I was ignorant of history because I didn't think it could happen to me. And my family is high blood pressure and diabetes. So I'm too busy trying to exercise and watching what I eat and watching what I'm inhaling and exhaling. Never thought that breast cancer could hit me. But the facts are there, ladies. The facts are there, men. Men too can get breast cancer. So you're not exempt from breast cancer. So we need to not only examine our own soul salvation, but we need to examine our health.
That's right. That's right.
Not only work out your own soul salvation, but we need to work out our own health. The Cortex said, sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around mine. And that, if I'm not mistaken, the scripture says that we need to take the beam out of our own eyes before we try to take it out of somebody else. So all I'm saying is we need to take a look at our own self in the mirror.
That's right.
We need to look at the signs of our own self in the mirror. We need to work out our own self before we can take care of somebody else. And don't just let the story and the testament stay with you, but take it to your family. Take it to your children. Take it to your grandchildren. Take it to your neighbors and let them know. My sister, my brothers, daughters and granddaughters, sons and grandsons, your health do matter. Thank you.